Better late than never. UFC 154 breakdown. Organic dope. I'm Bill Schumer. We got the champ, Rob Hallaman.
The champion.
Dan Littlefield.
I'm down here somewhere.
We got GSP versus Carlos Condit. Finally. What do you guys think? What's going on?
I'm excited. I'm waiting for this one, GSP. I'm going to see him get back in the ring, but he's going to lose.
It's been
Really?
fucking forever.
He is.
Tell us what's going to happen.
It's going to be a decision. It's going to go 5 rounds.
That's it? Just a boring 5-round fight?
I don't think it's going to be boring. I think there's going to be a lot of striking, a lot of stand-up striking, and GSP's going to try and get him to the ground to work his wrestling, and Carlos Condit's going to work getting up and doing the striking back again. I think Carlos Condit wants to make it a striking fight.
Rob, you agree?
I actually agree with Dan that Condit is going to win. I attribute it to many different things. I think that St-Pierre had a very, very career-ending injury for most people in sports. An ACL injury in football is like the end. I mean,
towards MCL too, didn't he?
I thought it was just ACL, but it could be both. I don't know. But it's a very severe injury to come back from, and have any kind of like lateral movement, and have the kind of explosive takedowns he used to have. Added to the fact that it's been like 18 months or more maybe since he's fought, and then it was like a long time before that he fought. Before that, I mean, he's not been very active. I think that it's just St-Pierre's time to lose. I think it's time for a kind of like a passing of the torch, a new guard in the welterweight division. You're seeing people like Rory McDonald come up. I mean, I just don't think that St-Pierre is the fighter he was. And and this is coming from somebody that is I'm a big GSP fan. I like GSP, but I just don't think that he can win this fight. And I disagree with you on the fact that it's going to go decision. I think that Condit's going to win by KO or TKO. I'm not sure what round, but I think that's how it's going to go. I think St. Pierre's going to come out, and he's going to feel like he has to prove that he is the fighter he used to be, that he can finish fights, and that he's not a boring fighter, that it doesn't have to go to decision. And he's going to get caught, and he's going to get Matt Serrad, and that's going to be not the end of GSP's career, obviously, but it's going to be the winding down, of his career.
We've kind of talked about this before, though. He's kind of had a typical thing of not fighting, whatever, at least about 6 months. So, I mean, it's really...
It's way longer than 6 months.
Yeah, it's like going on like 19 months now, I think they said. 18, 19 months. So he's been out... I mean, the last time he fought was Jake Shields in April of 2011.
Right, and then before that, who did he fight?
He fought Koscheck in December.
So he fought like
6
months before that, so he's had 2 fights in like 2.5 years or something. It's a long time.
It's a real long time. And it's a real long time.
And not only that, but I mean, even though these guys didn't spar with each other, they did train with Greg Jackson, both of them. They saw each other training. Condit has firsthand knowledge of what GSP does and the type of training methods that he used in his strategy. I mean, I really
like the fact that
I don't really think that he's going to come out and just take Condit down right off the bat. I think he's going to try to prove that he can strike with Condit like he did Koscheck, but he's not going to have that kind of movement that he had and that explosiveness that he had because of his knee and the time off and the ring rust.
Do you think that Condit's better at striking?
At this point, I think he is. I don't know if he would have been, I don't know if the GSP that fought Koscheck, I think he probably could have beat Condit, but I don't think that same GSP exists. Really?
I don't think GSP would come back if his knee's not right, if he's not feeling good, if he doesn't have that and can't do it. I think his striking's a little underrated and is still better than Condit's, and he's not going to be able to pick and move and just run away from Diaz like GSP. GSP will come at him, get to him.
I kind of want GSP to win just so we can see the Anderson Silva versus GSP, if that's even possible.
Probably still wouldn't happen, but I got GSP.
Taking GSP.
I'm taking GSP.
Bye.
Can't bet against him.
Bye.
Probably decision. But I mean, you put a good point out there. It'll be a good fight. I'm excited. I might not show it. I'm a little sick.
Did you notice? I mean, I don't want to get off too much off topic, but did you guys notice when they had them like next to each other? Well, they weren't right next to each other, but on that opposite sides of the stage, they had two different belts. Like one of them was this belt, and the other one was like a belt with like it was like more like enhanced in the middle. I think maybe like GSP has like an older like design or something.
Well, he's got a shitload of belts, so who knows which one he's bringing.
It wasn't the same belt though. I mean,
Condit's never been finished. He's never been. He's been.
Yeah, but Condit's only got one belt.
But he's been submitted a couple times. But Condit's been.
I'm just saying it wasn't the same belt. You know, it's not.
Yeah, but I'm saying like GSP's got like probably 9 welterweight belts because you get a new belt every time you win. He could bring whichever one he wanted. The last belt could be at his grandma's house or something.
I'm just saying that the design of the belt that GSP has is a different design than the one.
Yeah, they probably change it all the time. We got Johnny Hendricks.
Is anybody giving Johnny Hendricks a chance in this fight?
Yeah, me.
Is anybody picking him?
I am.
Oh, you picked him. Okay. Thought we all picked Cameron.
No, I'm picking Hendricks.
How's he going to win by?
KO. KO, TKO.
What round, you think?
First or second. You know, I'm actually a big fan of Campman. But the thing about Campman is every fight he's in, he gets rocked. He gets tagged. And, you know, he's fighting Thiago Alves, he gets tagged. He's fighting Jake Ellenberger, he gets tagged, you know, and it looks like he's going to lose. And he comes back and wins. But I just think that he's not going to get that out-of-nowhere submission like he did against Alves, against Hendricks. Hendricks has got too good of a top game. And I just don't think he's going to recover if he gets hit by Hendricks. He's got way better striking, but he's kind of sloppy in the way he lets people tag him every fight. I mean, he gets hit hard, you know. And if he gets hit hard against Hendricks, I think it's over. And I don't think that as good as Campman is, he's not going to submit Hendricks from the bottom like he would other people.
See, I don't think he's going to.
Hendricks is.
I know Johnny Hendricks has the knockout power, but I don't think he's going to knock him out. I don't think he can knock out Campman. I mean, Campman's only been knocked out twice, and that was a while ago. Once by Nate Marquardt and once by Paul Daly. So, I mean, Paul Daly, Semtex, I mean, for a reason. The guy's got hands. But I don't think Johnny Hendricks is going to TKO him. He may rock him. He may catch him just like everybody does, like you say.
I don't think he's going to recover. He catches him, though.
I disagree. I think he's going to take him down. Plus, you look at he's coming off a knockout of the night and a submission of the night. He KO'd Ellenberger with knees, and he submitted Thiago Silva with a guillotine. And they were in the middle of the fight, one at 2 in the second round and one at the end of the third round for submission of the night. Yeah, I remember that one. It was a nice submission.
I'll be honest, you know. This is supposed to be for the number 1 contender spot,
yes,
right?
It is. Yes.
I would much rather see Martin Campman fight GSP or Condit than I would Johnny Hendricks fight GSP or Condit. And I'd much rather see that happen. I just don't think it's going to.
It does worry me that Campman takes the punishment, and
he always gets
Hendricks does got heavy hands, but he's a fucking warriar, man, and he's tough.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's.
But think about the reasons.
He's underrated too, for real.
Think about the reasons that
he's never actually knocked out. He's only
won against Ellenberger and Alves. He won against Alves because Alves got basically sloppy and got caught in a submission from the top or from the bottom. He won against Ellenberger because Ellenberger basically gassed in the third round. You know, that's not going to happen.
The second round.
Was it second round? Okay, gas
at 140. I mean, that's barely into the second round.
Hendricks isn't going to gas, and he's
gas
not.
At 140
and I just don't
round,
think he's going to get submitted from the bottom. So if he wobbles, or knocks down Campman and gets on top of him, I don't think he's getting back up.
You don't think Campman can submit him from the bottom?
No, I don't.
I don't think it matters because Campman's going to knock him out.
I mean, Campman's got one.
I think Campman is great from the bottom, but it would be like saying that
Campman has 7 submissions. 7 wins by submission.
I think Kamen's great
so
submission.
I can't agree with you.
I
that
just
he
don't
couldn't
think
submit
that
it from the bottom at all.
I don't think that he's got good enough submissions from the bottom to overcome Hendrick's wrestling top game.
I don't know. 7 of his 20 wins have come by submission, so
I mean,
I'm gonna say he can.
In the same realm as like saying Josh Koscheck. If Josh Koscheck gets you down, takes you down, would Martin Kamen be able to submit him from the bottom? I don't think so. And I think the same thing with Johnny Hendricks. I don't think Johnny Hendricks is getting submitted from the bottom.
Think Johnny Hendricks is a better wrestler than Koscheck?
Think about even considering when they fought, fucking nobody got any takedowns, did they?
I don't think they really went for a whole lot of takedowns. They went a decision, so a split decision.
It was a close fight. It was kind of a boring fight, I thought. But I'd like to see Kampman win, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I do.
I agree.
We got Tom Lawler and Francis Carmont.
Filthy Tom Lawler.
Filthy Tom Lawler.
He's filthy. He's got that porn star mustache going.
I think he's going to take a filthy loss.
I agree.
So do I.
He's going to take a filthy loss, I agree.
We got Konstantinos Philippou and Nick Ring.
Philippou.
I'm taking Philippou. Though Nick Ring is Canadian, and it is in Canada.
Canadian, eh?
And you know what that means.
It
means I'm taking Nick Ring.
If it was in Brazil, it'd probably mean he's going to win if he was Brazilian.
We got Mark Hominick. He's Canadian.
Mark Hominick. Wow.
Pablo Garza.
What the hell happened to Mark Hominick? Mark Hominick fought for the fucking title against Jose Aldo. Did better than anybody against Jose Aldo. I mean, has anybody done as good as Mark Hominick did? Fought with that big fucking knot on his head. Probably won that last round. Almost came close. I mean, to finishing.
Yeah, but he got fucked up too. He lost the first 4.
Right,
so.
but I mean, he had Aldo beat. If he could have finished him in that last round, he'd won the fight. He did better than anybody against Aldo. And then he goes from being the number 1 contender, getting the title shot, doing the best ever against Aldo, and then now he's lost 3 in a row. And his opponents lost, I think, 2 in a row. Pablo Garza. So they're both on. I don't even know why they're on the main card, honestly. You know, I mean,
he's lost 3 in a row.
They both got losing records at this point. I could see him being on the preliminary card, but not the main card. But I don't know what happened to Hominick. I mean, is he just like?
He got knocked out real quick, and then the second fight
he got KO'd by Cheng Sun, and then he lost a split decision to Eddie Yagan.
Yeah, that was a good fight, though.
It was a good fight.
Nothing happened to him.
Eddie, it was fight of the night, so I mean, it was a good fight, back and forth.
So he lost 2 in a row.
3. He lost to Jose Aldo.
Okay.
Then the Chan Sung Young, and then the Eddie Yagan.
I just have a feeling he's getting submitted.
Yeah.
This fight, yeah. So.
Well, I think this is kind of one of those fights that, like, whoever loses might get fucking booted out of the UFC. You know, these guys are both on losing records, and you know, whoever loses might be on their way to Bellator or something.
Well, maybe fighting in Canada will help him, eh?
Yeah, maybe.
Hey.
But
I really want to see. I don't want to see him leave. I'd like to see him get some more chances.
With that being said, I just can't. I just don't believe that he's going to lose 4 in a row.
Look at Vanderlei Silva. He's lost a bunch of fights in the UFC, and they still got him around.
Yeah, it's because he draws money. Hominick doesn't draw money.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think Hominick's going to lose 4 in a row. And even though all the things I've said about Hominick at this point, I just cannot believe he's going to lose 4 in a row. So I'm going to pick him.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
Patrick Cote, Alessio Sakara.
I'm glad they gave Patrick Cote another chance.
That's a good fight.
I am too. Cote looked really good in his last fight. It could have gone either way with the judges, and
Yeah, that fight was close. I wasn't sure who won, honestly. I mean, I was pulling for Kung Lee, but I'm kind of glad they brought Cote back, even though he lost his first fight back to the UFC.
I really liked Cote when he fought Anderson Silva way back when. I thought he was actually having a pretty good fight against Anderson Silva. He hadn't really done anything, but he hadn't really gotten beat up either. So I thought he was doing a pretty good fight against Anderson Silva at the time. And when he hurt his knee in that fight, that's why he couldn't continue. You know, he came out and he couldn't even stand on it. He was out for a while, and then he went on a nice little win streak before he lost his last fight. I think winning 5 or 6 in a row.
Yeah. And outside the UFC, he did have a good win streak.
Yeah, he did.
I'm just glad the UFC didn't drop him.
I was too. Let him kind of work out. I think he was still injured.
Because a lot of times, they bring a guy back that's got their second chance in the UFC, and he loses his first fight back, they drop him. You know, but you know, he looked good against Kung Lee, and we just saw Kung Lee beat Rich Franklin. So, I'm picking Cote.
So am I.
Agreed. Serial Diabate and Chad Griggs.
In his debut at 205.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be a damn big 205er.
He should be
6'6", I think, 81-inch reach. Not too far off of John Jones there. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
That's a big reach.
But Griggs is a big dude.
Griggs is huge. I mean, he was fighting when he fought Travis Brown, you know, back 6 months in December, I guess it was, or I can't remember when it was now. But when he fought him, he was fighting at 240, I think. So I mean, to come down to 205,
or something like that.
He's going to be a big guy at 205.
Yeah,
I wonder how the cut's going for him.
I'm picking Griggs.
I think Griggs probably catch him and knock him out.
That's what I think. But like you said, though, you never know when you drop that kind of weight. It might be a big. A lot of times, a lot of fight guys have a hard time when they come down to their first fight in a new weight, especially from a heavyweight to a light heavyweight coming from 240. So
he was kind of had
a little chunk to him,
little
too.
chub, yeah.
So
a little spare tire, a little bit.
So it probably wasn't. It could, I don't know.
Maybe he'll be in the best shape of his life.
That's what I'm thinking. You know, he cuts down like that, he could be in good shape. So,
what about John Makdessi and Sam Stout?
Sam Stout.
Sam Stout.
Agreed. Along with Mark Bocek and Rafael Dos Anjos.
Bocek.
I'm picking Bocek. I don't really like to pick Bocek, but I'm picking Bocek.
Taking Bocek too, but that's going to be a pretty good fight.
I agree.
I'm not a big fan of picking Bocek. I've had good luck with it.
He's a Canadian.
He's tough.
Yeah, well, I've had bad luck with it.
Antonio Carvalho. Rodrigo Dam.
Antonio Carvalho.
Carvalho. John McGuire, Matt Riddle.
John McGuire. I picked him last time because of his Facebook page, or his Wikipedia page, where he's holding those three belts, and he lost. And but it was a good fight though, so I'm gonna go with him again this time because I think he is good.
I'm picking John McGuire, but how the hell is Matt Riddle even fighting?
With his
he
marijuana
just got
drug
fucking
test?
busted for testing positive for marijuana. I mean, it hasn't been that long since he fought.
Well,
It was in like October or something.
His fucking his win was overturned to a no contest, and he fucking beat the shit out of that dude.
maybe it was
in
somewhere where it
July.
didn't matter, or
July? Oh, so it was a
So
little while
it'd be
ago.
about 5 months.
5 months? I guess it's possible.
'Cause July
Maybe it was like a
21st.
3-month fucking suspension or something. Why
I
did
don't
he
know.
get suspended for fucking 3 months then, and fucking Nick Diaz gets suspended for
because it
First
was
offense.
second offense.
It's fucking marijuana, man.
And
Right.
Nate
They just
Diaz actually
fucking
wasn't his
legalized
second offense.
marijuana in a couple states.
That was Diaz.
Should they
like
really
third
be
offense,
suspending
though, wasn't it?
motherfuckers for a year? Give me a fucking break.
Wasn't that like Diaz's third or fourth time though?
Does it fucking really matter? Does marijuana really help you win?
I mean, if you're out there fighting stoned, no.
I don't know. I think it's going to hurt him this time. I'm taking McGuire too.
I'm taking McGuire, yeah.
Yeah, we all are.
I didn't care for Matt Riddle last time. I think I picked against him when he won anyway, so.
I mean, he's coming off. He's only lost 2 of his last 3 fights,
He's
not including the no
he's
contest.
pretty much a one-dimensional wrestler, right?
He has a purple belt in brilliant jiu-jitsu though. Purple.
Yeah.
He's working on it.
I don't know what level that is, but I'm not going to say it's very high.
I don't think so either. I don't know.
Bill's probably a purple belt in jiu-jitsu from just messing around with Josh.
Josh is almost there. Azamat Gashimov and Ivan Menjivar.
Picking Ivan Menjivar.
Javar.
This is how'd you say it? Gashimov?
Gashimov.
This is his first fight in the UFC, I think.
I'm taking him. Azamat. Trains with my boy Cormier. I got Darren Elkins over Steven Seiler.
I do as well. They are both coming off 3-fight win streak though.
Steven Seiler beat Cole Miller.
I'm picking.
Eddie Miller's tough.
I'm taking Darren Elkins as well, so it's not going to be that interesting, I guess, huh? Since we're all picking him.
Yep. We'll see. I got some ground to make up. Rob's the champ.
Yeah, what's my record? I don't even know.
What's it say up
73
here?
and 46.
It's pretty good,
It's pretty fucking strong for the
considering how
champ.
bad I was doing at one point, huh?
That's why you got the belt.
It's nice and shiny.
We'll check out UFC 154. This
There'll be
is
some good
the
fights.
this is the breakdown. We'll have some new shit coming soon. Check us out. Organic Dope.
Like, subscribe, favorite. Peace.
Peace.